Another milk bone. Well, I found a spot. This is, I think it's called like Glacier Road. It goes into basically nowhere. But, oh look, there's a trail and everything down there. I get my shoes on. So I'm going to pitch a tent here. This road is like goes for miles and miles and miles into nowhere. I might just pitch the tent right there, but let's go explore. I have a funny feeling this may elicit a little bit of danger. This is pretty steep, and I bet you the river is way down there. Mario, he don't care. Oh yeah, there's the river down here. Well, people must have went down here before because it looks like kind of a trail. You getting off trail, Mario? Stick with Mom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's steep, all right. I think we'll be able to make it down there. Oh yeah. Just gotta, you know, just gotta be careful. Oh, look at that. Yeah, see you gotta know how to. I've done this before. This is not my first rodeo. At least I'm not going down here with a mountain bike, right? There we go. Oh, this is pretty. This is pretty. Come on, Mario. Okay, we got to get underneath here. So I'll just lay. There we go. See? There you go. That's all we got to do. Okay. Might be a little tricky. Now remember, I got to climb back out of here. I like climbing more than I like going down. Wow. Oh, there. He's good. This is beautiful. Oh, I found a pretty nice spot. Not like I'm going to camp right here, but you know what? When it's 100 degrees, look at that. You can come right down here to the river. Wow. Is this pretty or what? There we go. We made it down. Oh, he got some water. Beautiful. This could be a nice way to end the vlog. Yeah, it was. I've been like all over the place today. You never know what to expect, right? It's like Adventures with Starry. Oh, I can't end the vlog without showing you this. The star. See, wherever I go, Mario is just, he is just the coolest. Well, the tent is set up for the night. Look at that. I get home away from home. Got my little camp light. Looks pretty good. I get my worship books and we'll be set for the night. And what I did, you see this tree? I know there's bears around here. I saw scat and there could be grizzlies. We're in British Columbia. So I take extraordinary precautions. I lock my food up. I put my tent against there so nothing can come behind me, right? And then I'm going to park the car very close so that if a bear does come sniffing around, I can get right in my car. You know, that's the best that you can do. Lock up your food and just be smart, right? Well, there's the wilderness hut. I don't know, what do I call it? Hut. So tent's up, and I've got all my essentials. I got my map that I'm going to be looking at tonight. I got a really good Canadian map. I've got, of course, my Bible. I've got my adorned book, my adorned study, wonderful. Got my prayer journal. I got Joni Eareckson, Tada, Pearls of Great Price. I've got low light. This solar charger works, so I'm going to charge up my cell phone. And a little watermelon. And look at, I found my glasses. I lost them, and now I found them. I know, my eyes. I don't know when I'm going to post this video, but I tell you what, I'm getting my eyes done. I've been praying about it. And when I lay in that tent at night, it's horrible. When I take my glasses off, that's scary. That's scary. Pure blindness. Well, it's the next day, and this is kind of a bummer. I want to do this old growth trail, and I just got done talking to some people, and I said, well, how far is it? And they said, oh, I don't know. We've never been up here, maybe 2 kilometers. And I'm like, 2 kilometers? was less than a mile. Let's see, what is the distance? Oh my, it's not very far. But you know what? This will wake us up, right? Well, there's some pretty big rocks here. Yeah, pretty. And the trail, actually, it's not too bad. It's kind of hard to follow, but this is okay. Well, look, we can see the sky, and we can see the mountains. Oh, I'm so happy. Finally, the smoke is clearing. So there was a lot of people back there, so when there's people, I just run. You know, I run then. I kind of do a trail run to get away from them, because, you know, not that I don't like people, but I like being alone when I'm doing this. But look at this. Oh, that is fantastic. Things are clearing up. So here's something interesting. You see these stumps? How they're all cut off at the top? They're cut off at the top because when they came in to cut in the wintertime, the snow was so deep. They couldn't cut all the way down at the base. So they cut wherever they could, which is up there. That's why those stumps are cut off so high. Well, here's a little lesson for you. See those notches? If you look throughout the forest, there's notches. Whenever you come up a tree where there's notches like that, and they have been cutting, that's like in the old days, they didn't have chainsaws. So they would put a notch in the tree, and they would create what's called a springboard. And that's a plank. And they would stand on that so they could cut above the swell of the base. Springboard. Yep. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love finding trees with springboard notches in them. This is a really awesome little trail. That's pretty spectacular. Look at that. How that tree adapted to growing around that big rock. That's pretty cool too. Look how big it is. These cedars are huge. Look at that. Mario, you want to get up there? Maybe I take a picture of you up there. This is like incredible. Look at how big these cedars are. They're huge. They're huge. Look. That's why this is called the Old Growth Trail. I mean, look at that. Look at that. We have a place in Montana called Ross's Cedar. And I don't know, this kind of rivals it. It gives it competition. Oh, there's a big one. Oh, that's a big tree. Look at that. That's insane. That is, it says this massive twin-top cedar tree is hollow, so it is impossible to age accurately, but it is likely over 800 years old. Wow. When the tree was very small, the top of the tree was called the leader, was damaged. The next two highest branches then took over, and upward growth became the new leaders, giving it two trunks. Look at that. Incredible. Old route. Old route. It didn't say don't go on the old route. It just said old route. So we're going to explore the old route. The old route. Oh, the old route goes to the road. That's why they rerouted it. So now we know. Now we know. The old road goes to the road. All right, back on the trail. Although this actually wasn't a bad trail. Maybe it goes across the road. And what was behind curtain number 1? Nothing. You lose. Back on the trail. Oh, see, they did the same thing here. They returned you to the road if you don't want to do the whole loop. That's kind of it's like parallel trails back there. See, that's why they just did a new route. I got it. So this trail brings you right down to there we go, where I was the other night. So smoke clears, I want to show you. You see, big mountain there. And you see how it's kind of all brush? That's the avalanche path right there. See the stark difference between the trees, and that's where the avalanches come down. Yep, avalanche path. Remember that when you go out into the woods, in the mountains, and the snow's got to come down somehow, and that's where it came down. And here's another good point. If you look at all the lush green vegetation in here, bears love lush green vegetation. This is a great spot for bears to forage. Lots of greens and actually stumps where there's bugs in these stumps. You know, this 80% of a bear's diet is plant-based. So this is great bear habitat. And you know, there was no warning signs, but if you encounter a bear, you know, you got to yell and make noise. And for the most part, they're going to run away because they're just here looking for some salad greens. And there's a lot here.